Hey,
Hi,
guys.
Paul.
It's Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is New Comic Book Day for the week of October 23rd. We're getting started right
now.
Yeah, right now.
Right now.
I mean, we're going to try to.
Now.
I mean, we're just wasting editing time at this point.
Don't edit it then.
Probably not, because
Who
I need
cares?
more time. Can we go?
Yes. Yeah, I messed it up. I don't care. Look, you're like this for the rest of the video. Go.
Can you please not?
Can I please not? Go, Paul, go! That might be fine. Future Paul, that might be fine. Oh, you gotta look on your thing for Future Pauls. Boo, 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 boo.
This episode brought to you by clothing. As in, like, buy some clothing. Right here. Team Ashen.
I also have a Tapes and Scowls shirt.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's on Teespring.
Wow.
It's our Teeth Crawl t-shirt.
Okay, you gotta send me the link for that.
I might remember that.
Well, if Tim sends me the link in time, it'll be in the link descriptions down below. Otherwise, it'll be in next week's.
I like that.
But buy one of our shirts, or both of our shirts. Buy them both.
Buy half of each.
I mean, I don't think that's an option, but like...
Write your local senator. Tell them that's what you want. I want to see somebody out there with half of your shirt sewn together with half my shirt.
I mean, that would actually be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind that.
They're not playing favorites.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Capes and Shen, I guess, would be about it.
Maybe.
Capes and Ashen.
No, that's awful.
Why is that awful?
That's terrible. I quit.
Why are you quitting?
I'm not.
Okay.
I was just thinking of that episode of The Critic with Orson Welles, where he quits and he just keeps eating frozen peas.
We're getting started right now.
Now!
All right, guys. Tim from Capes and Scowls. How are you? Hi, Donald. I talked to Donald. He's very upset you don't want people to be like him.
It wasn't that I didn't want to be like him. He lurks. I need interaction.
He's a great lurker. He's pro lurking.
I mean, I appreciate that. I just don't want to encourage other people to
He watches
lurk
the whole
because
thing.
That's awesome.
Or at least me.
But
I know he loves me.
I just don't want to take our analytics to take a dump because everybody starts emulating him and it only lurks.
Well, who cares about any of that? Let's talk about trades, people. Hi, Donald. Let's talk about Marvel Action Avengers, the Ruby Egress. This is a tinier trade. It looks pretty fun. This was put out in conjunction with IDW. I don't know what issues it encompasses, but all those issues that are like young reader kind of issues are pretty fun. We've got Super Sons, Book 2, The Foxglove Mission from DC Zoom. $10 for this thick little trade, digest size. I think that's a pretty good deal. We have from Dynamite, Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, The Case of the Missing Adults. Sweet Lord, no. It'd be a nightmare, kids. You need adult supervision. All those awful mistakes you do. We got Black Canary Ignite from DC Zoom. These books sell great. People seem to really dig these books, so I'm sure that'll be going tomorrow. We got Write Your Own Marvel. What? A book where there's just all kinds of blank artwork from all different eras, and you try to make a story out of it. That seems like fun. Or it's awful, I don't know. Guess it depends on your writing skills. We have Spider-Man Life Story by Zdarsky. This was a lot of fun. It's as if Spider-Man ages correctly, essentially. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Read it before you go to the park. Woo! I don't know what else to say for that. We got Teen Titans Volume 2. This has been doing okay. Have you kept up with this? We haven't kept up with this. Paul's delay means we aren't keeping up with this. Miraculous. I know people love this. It's Ladybug and Cat Noir and other things. I'm vaguely familiar. People love this. Go read it. We have Amazing Spider-Man Volume 5? Yes, 5. This is the Nick Spencer stuff. Often. It's been great. Paul loves it. He reads it every single time it comes out. It's his favorite. We got Hex Wives. Paul also loves this.
I did.
This was a fun read. It was something different. About witches. It's my witches stance. And then Ascender, the sequel to Descender. So if you didn't finish Descender, you probably should before you read this, but I don't know. You probably enjoy it regardless, but don't do that. Read Descender. It's like 6 volumes or something.
All right, first up, we have The Amazing Mary Jane with Leah Williams and Carlos Gomez with cover art by Humberto Ramos, which is not in the book. It's an okay book. It's kind of an interesting where are they now kind of thing, because basically what happened in a couple issues ago, Mary Jane got a phone call about a movie to do, and this is about that movie. It's basically what she finds out the movie is, and what she can do to make the best of the situation that she's in. I want to be vague because there's a lot of fun reveals in this story, but I like the writing. The art was good. Actually, the art was really good. I liked the art a lot. And it was fun. And if you're a fan of Spider-Man, this is definitely one to check out. If you're looking for a fun kind of new read, give this one a try.
All right, first up we have Contagion, issue number 4. Of course, I read it. Moon Knight's on the cover. It has a fair amount of Moon Knight. I would have liked more, but this is a B-movie style horror flick. This is Brisson, and I did review issue 1, and I think I skipped the others, and then I came back because Moon Knight. And I like where this is going. Basically, a lot of the big heroes have been taken down by this spore mutant thing that is infecting everybody, and it's down to a lot of B, C, D level heroes, and it's fun to see them try to cope with really underwhelming magic users and just low grade. They're more street level, dealing with a major catastrophe. Moon Knight has a pretty cool idea on how to stop them, and since no one has a better idea, they're going to probably go with it, and it kind of leaves you on a cliffhanger. I enjoyed it. I'm curious to see what they do. It's a very interesting plan, so check out Contagion.
Speaking of Spider-Man, because Tim called me out, it's Amazing Spider-Man issue number 32.
I would never.
He did. Nick Spencer and Gleason. We're back to regular in continuity, non tie-in books, and it picks up right after that, or picks up right before that, rather. Spider-Man is helping her sister handle a revenge plot kind of thing, and he's dealing with the loss of Mary Jane, because again, Mary Jane is off in California doing her own thing. And it's just Nick Spencer's writing is just spectacular. He doesn't get enough credit for it in this book. It is definitely the reason why I'm watching or reading Amazing Spider-Man, because it is really that good, and it's definitely one to pick up.
Next up is Count Crowley, the reluctant midnight monster hunter. This is a weird one. This is essentially a woman who is a news reporter and a drunk, ruins her job as a news reporter by really being an ass on air, even though she was right, and she is having all kinds of issues because of it. She ends up taking a position as essentially Svengoolie on the late night TV, hosting horror movies, and you come to find out things aren't quite as they seem. I don't want to go too into it because it's a fun little spooky tale for this Halloween season. I enjoyed it. It was something different. I wasn't sure about it. Pat, thanks for making me read this. I enjoyed it. So check it out. It had some very interesting ideas in there.
And my pick of the week, I was not expecting this one to of all the other X books that was coming out, I was kind of not expecting to care about this book, and it might end up being my favorite title from the series. It is Marauders, issue number 1. It's just it's Gary Dugan and Matteo Lally. I'm sure I screwed one of that up, but we are now dealing with Kitty Pryde, or Kate, as she's going to be calling herself. We're getting ready to go to Krakoa, and Kate face plants into the opening. She can't get through. She is stuck on our side of the portals, and finds out that for some reason we do not know why, she can't get into the mutant homeland, which gives her an interesting idea. Let's be pirates. And that's actually what this is about. Part of what you learn in House of X is that one of the ways that the mutants are keeping the world at bay is by offering life-saving medical technologies to those countries, and to the ones that they are not, in order to make sure that the prices stay stable, they're creating their own black market, so that way they can control all the pricing. And she is going to be in charge of handling all of those black market ideas, as well as liberating mutants in countries that did not accept the Krakoan peace accord. So it's really kind of fun. Like, they're literally going to be pirates, and they have their own giant boat. It's fun. Like I said, I was not expecting to like this one, and I loved every minute of it. This is going to be one of my fun ones I'm going to read. Probably going to end up putting it in my bin. And yeah, definitely go check this one out.
All right, what was my pick of the week? It's Black Adam, You're the Villain. This is a one-shot, a thicker book. It's got JR cover. He does not do the interiors, so please don't buy that thinking that. It's always confusing when they have a different artist on the cover. But, you know, nowadays I guess it shouldn't be in the world of variant covers. Basically, this is a story of the infected Shazam going to Kandak, or however you say his country, and going to go kill all his people. Black Adam is presented in a pretty unique way. I enjoyed the writing a lot, and kind of his take on what he should do, and how he interacts with his countrymen and his generals, and how everyone's kind of afraid of him, but he's kind of being cool about it. And how Billy Batson acts as an a-hole, essentially, a little shit kid, because he's infected with Joker venom. The Batman who laughs venom, or whatever the hell the deal is. So, having not read a ton of the Year of the Villain tie-ins, I think the only other one I read was the Riddler one. It gives you everything you need. The art was really cool. Some of the panel layout was really cool. You get really cool action and these hits that just look like they murder. And then you get things like Universal Basic Income story, where it's like Billy Batson wants to make your country better by instituting all these ideas, which in the grand scheme of things in the real world are quite debatable and quite controversial, and it starts people talking, and I like that. So I had a thinky and a punchy. I got a thinky and a punchy, Paul. That was great. I enjoyed it. I love Black Adam too. It doesn't hurt. So if you enjoy the Year of the Villain tie-ins, this one's really good. If you just want something different, also really good. I think this is worth reading. All right, end of the video. You got there. Good job, everybody who made it. That's it. We're not doing anything for a while, I guess. Just normal schedule, kind of decompressing from the world. Thanks to everybody who talked to us in Baltimore. We still have content to come from that, especially Capes and Scowls. I've got audio interviews out the hoo-ha, and I still got some New York ones that'll go up, and then all the Baltimore ones, and all your favorites will talk to me. That's not true. Just some of your favorites will talk to me. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So
Well, some of your favorites were willing, not able.
Yes, that's true. I mean, it's a whole rat race the whole time you're there. You know, when I'm ready, are they ready? It's not always the same thing. But thank you for checking us out. Thank you for supporting the channel. Make sure you did the whole bell thing and the like thing and the subscribe thing and the watch thing. And, you know, if you go to work and there's like 75 computers there, just make sure they're all playing our channel. That would be very helpful.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm sure you would be. Capes and Scowls, we're on iTunes. Give us a review. Give us 5 stars. It will actually help us in our quest to become Rotten Tomatoes reviewers. We actually are pretty close. So I would appreciate that. But you do whatever you want. I don't care. I don't beg. Paul, anything you want to talk about? Let him go. Can we let him off the hook?
Yeah, we can let him off the hook.
Let him off the hook? Done reeling him in?
Yep.
Half of them tuned out
I know.
hours ago.
I know. Well, some of them tune in just to the. So there are some I don't even think like watch the reviews. I think they just kind of watch for the banter.
The banter's fun.
It is fun.
I mean, for them, I'm not having fun.
That cut way too deep.
No, it's real. I'm sorry to make it so dark and personal, Paul, but I'm just going through the numbers here. Imagine if I tried. Holy fuck.
But we're friends.
We're the best of buds.
Well, that was so half-hearted. It was painful. That's just mean.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?